everybody. Al Bernstein here with another edition of our Big Time Boxing Show. And this one's a very special edition because I'm going to get to talk to a world champion who recently just signed with Salita Promotions. And I'm going to get a chance to announce her fight on June 6th when we do our fight night, our Hall of Fame fight night on DAZN. She is the WBC and WBA super middleweight champion. Let me introduce you to Franchón DAZN Crews. Hi, Franchón. How are you?
How are you doing? I'm great. I'm here. Can't complain.
There you go. Well, it's great to get a chance to visit with you. Lots of exciting things coming up. You are set to fight on June 6th again against Satali Ortiz, who was a member of the Mexican Olympic team, and she is challenging you for your world titles. And this is the first, let me say, so you recently signed with Salita Promotions, which kind of represents a next step or a new beginning for you. Was that are you kind of excited about getting on with with a new company?
Yeah, I've known Salita, worked with him in the past, with him, and my husband's a boxer too, so I have history with him. He's doing great things for women's boxing. So for him, Peter Khan, and I to curate this, opportunity is amazing for me. Anything get me back to the ring and just have a great
Yeah.
platform and put on a show, I'm for it.
Well, great. I'm sure you want to, and I'm sure you want to remain active. You're coming into this fight off a long layoff, pretty long layoff. You fought in December of 2023 when you beat Shadeja Green for the WBC title in an important fight for you, and um, so that time off, has it been difficult now to get when you got yourself back in training? Did you feel that layoff, or did everything come into focus pretty quickly for you?
Look, I love that question because Lord, let me tell you, these yes, my husband's a fighter, so he's always in the gym. And I
Yeah,
do stay active. Boxing is life.
right.
But baby, that regular shape and fight shape is different. But I'm an old school fighter. They say you make weight, you in shape. And I
Yeah.
always think my biggest competitor is myself. So this time I want to push myself because I've been gone so long. I want to make sure when I pop back out, I'm coming correct and just have fun.
Yeah, it's the layoffs in boxing today, for both the women's and men's side. The layoffs are longer sometimes than people want them to be. It's just the way of things now. People don't sometimes a variety of things lead to not having fights. When you got back in training, was it more difficult? I mean, although you're saying you stay in shape, of course, but when you got into serious training, was it a little more difficult, or did it come pretty easily?
Well, I've been doing this more than half of my life
Yeah.
and 2/3 of my life. And it's just mentally no. It's just more physically,
Yeah.
but so motivated, so grateful. I'm from the old school. I'm from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think about that because every time
Yeah.
opportunity I get, I make the most of it. I look at being blessed to do what I love and still be great at it.
Yeah.
So hey, and
Um,
I'm in the fashion world too, and we wear high heels that may hurt our
I
feet,
know you are.
but pain
Yeah.
is beauty. Pain is beauty.
Pain is beauty. I like that. That's a good line. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to be ready on June 6th. Now, that fight card, well, first let me ask you about Satali Ortiz. Have you had a chance to look at any videos of her? Do you know about her style? And um, or are you one that wants to see what a fighter has done before, or would you rather adapt in the ring?
Well, you can't be a student of the game if you don't do your homework. That would be
Mhm.
ludicrous of me and my team.
Sure.
I do leave a lot of the video study to my team. But of course, I mean, I do take a look. And from my amateur background, you may fight somebody,
Right.
you don't even know who you're fighting. So I have the ability to adapt. But
Yeah.
it's always great to know what you have coming in front of you.
Yeah, that's for sure. You the in the 168-pound division, you have made your mark. From the beginning of your career, one of the most fascinating things to me is the fact that both you and Claressa Shields fought each other in your pro debuts, which is kind of crazy in a way, right? That two women that ended up winning championships and, being such prominent people in the sport end up fighting each other in their pro debut. And it was a great fight. Um,
Thank-
and then you went on a long winning streak after you lost a decision in that fight. But that's the kind of thing, and I'm curious. Having that experience in the first fight may have been beneficial to you because immediately, for both of you, I would think you're in a very tough fight, both of you, and you get a baptism into professional boxing that was not easy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you are a legend that you are, because a lot of people don't see the significance of that.
Mhm.
Um, for both of us to be as competitive as we were
Yeah,
and just being able to, because we were fresh out of winning world level titles. She won the
right,
Olympic gold. I had just won the world bronze. So we were still like on a high.
right.
And to go into that fight and come out safe, like,
Yeah,
okay, this is what it's like. Okay. So it definitely set the precedence for our careers to show, look, if I can get and last with Claressa, and if Claressa can last with Franchón, then we can handle anything that's in front of us.
yeah. That's interesting. It's a good answer, and it is intriguing because it puts gives you a tough test at the beginning, and probably got you ready in a much better way for the challenges that would come after it. Now,
Yeah.
you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying yes, yes. I mean, if you could like, that's why people can't tell me anything when it comes to this boxing. Yeah, nobody's doing that. Nobody's done that. We
Yeah,
didn't have, like, people don't see, we really didn't have the opportunity to be groomed and
yeah,
moved. Like, we really had to jump in and go
yeah.
for
All right.
it.
That's for sure. Well, you did it then. Then you were very successful after that, which got you to the world title level. Now you in you are now back, and I'm sure now your goal is to be as active as you can, right? You don't
Yeah.
want the long layoffs. You want to hopefully defend your crown on June 6th. And then do you want to get back into action pretty fast, relatively fast after that, so you can have some title defenses and create some big fights?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I don't look at the layoffs as, uh, oh, it's a bad thing. I have to rewire my brain like, hey, you
Yeah.
got to rest, do some things outside of boxing. But I'm ready to get to it because I need my return on investment. I put a lot into this game. I've been a new age pioneer. I've created opportunities for other people. I want to fucking fight. Excuse my French. I want to
Yeah.
fight. I want to make money, and I just want to continue to build my legacy.
Very good. Well, you're in a position where you can obviously do that, and there are matches out there I would think that would be appealing. Your win over Shadaza Green was a very impressive win. You went into that fight probably as a slight underdog. Um,
8-1.
yeah, maybe
Disrespect,
more
like I
than a
wasn't,
point,
like I'm
right?
not
Yeah,
undisputed. Stop.
yeah. And you used your because she was a powerful puncher, and you used your boxing skills to be able to beat her, and that was a very impressive win on all fronts.
Thank you. You know what? And I didn't even run a lot for that fight. When the opportunity came, me and my husband had just went to see Beyonce in Houston. So I was like, let's get it. I said, UK experience was a great experience, a hard lesson learned, unfortunate. But I said after that, I'm just gonna have fun. And I know what I'm against. I had the promoters against me. I had the boxing world against me. I know what I can do. So it's more reassuring for me that I'm really that girl.
Well, you did get it done. Now, you
Thank you.
mentioned all your endeavors outside of boxing, and I know you're very involved with fashion. That's a given, but I one thing I learned fairly recently, which I wasn't aware of, was your musical background. Now, you may not know this, but I perform here in Las Vegas on a regular basis, doing a music show. So I don't know. I think we may have to do a duet somewhere down the line. Tell me
I'm
about I know you were a contestant on American Idol, and
Yeah.
you've recorded and done music. Tell us a little bit about your music career and how you are proceeding with that.
Well, music, singing, songwriter is the whole reason I even got into boxing. I'm really just a fighter who learned the martial art of boxing. Um, but music was my whole reason of getting into it. I was just trying to lose weight, and it just opened the doors to so many things and brought
Interesting.
it full circle. It's not a lot of boxers who singers, but it's a lot of singers who probably can fight. You don't have people like me on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So um, I did release an international top 10 dance hit in 2023 when I went to UK. And now I have more of an opportunity, more of a platform that people can hear my voice. So I did drop another song this year. It's called Leave Me Alone. But I will tell you this, when boxing is like it takes up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
And if you don't focus on that, I don't want to risk
Right.
being hurt or slacking from what I set out to do. But everything is merging together. I'm gonna release an EP this year and just keep doing what I love. I'm coming out there to perform with you.
There you go. Tell what is your music pop, R&B? How would you describe it?
Well, I will say this: I listen to everything from classical to country, of course, R&B, pop, because
Hmm.
I raised on that. But I love all music. So, but pop, you could say pop R&B, but I just
Okay.
like to make poetry to music, honestly.
Kind of your music's kind of a fusion of things then, huh?
If you like Brandy, if you like
Yeah.
Beyonce and
Yeah.
Destiny's
Very
Child,
good.
like the real girls, the it
Yeah.
girls of the 90s and 2000s, that's what
Yeah.
I was inspired by.
Very good. Those are your influences, huh?
Yes.
That's great. Well, I wish you the best on that, and I know as probably as your boxing journey winds down, you'll be able to even put more time in it and concentrate on it. But it's
Yes.
very good that you do it. And when you're out in Vegas sometime, you're gonna have to come and do a duet with me.
I would love to.
We got to do that. Um, you are this fight on June 6th, of course, is part of uh, the Hall of Fame induction,
Mhm.
and there'll be many people out there, of course, for that. And it's a very exciting weekend. Does that, and you, of course, have to focus on your fight, so you're going to be very into that. But does it add a little bit to being a part of that fight card that it is in that setting?
Yes, sir. Woo, it's very iconic because my first time going to Canistonia was 2023, no, 2022 after I won the undisputed,
Right.
and I went there and I got to see Mayweather, Layla, and it was a double class.
Yeah.
And my mentor, Bernard Hopkins, was inducted as well. And during his speech, he actually shouted me out. I didn't know he was going to say
Excellent.
it. And I was like, oh my God. And it's a full circle moment because that's somewhere I look to be when I'm finished. And it's a tall order because I'm carrying women's boxing on my back for that because I'm a representation of women's boxing, a representation of myself, and a while ago, women didn't have these opportunities. So
Yeah.
I take it. Just know that I take it very seriously. You're gonna have Manny Pacquiao there, like you know what I'm saying. So a
Yeah.
lot of people the people that are there, they love, they respect, they honor the sport. So that's definitely what I'm taking to the ring. Of course, I love the people, so I'm gonna take that in. But I'm there to do a job. I'm there to perform for the people, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's great. Well, once you get done on Friday night, you can enjoy some of the festivities um, of the holiday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're ready. You're already starting. That's great.
Yeah, let's turn up.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun weekend. It is an amazing weekend
Yes.
with all the great people there and the fans. And it's unique because unlike other Hall of Fames, the fans are right there. They have access to everybody, and it's daunting sometimes with all the fans, when the crush of it. But they're all really nice, and it ends up being almost always a super pleasant and great experience for everybody. So, and you're
Yeah,
going to be adding to it on that Friday night with your fight. Um,
I don't want to cut you off. For me, it's a different experience as well because I know that I'm a top bill type fighter. Like I fight T-Mobile Arena, UK, Madison Square.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And this is more intimate. You know
it
what I
is.
mean?
Yes.
The people around the world are going to see you on the zone, but this is more intimate. So I'll feel at home with the fans and just getting active.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, both the fight itself is a turning stone, and also the overall atmosphere of it. It is
Yeah,
a little bit more intimate, and there's more interaction and more kind of uh, one-on-one kind of feel to it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're all looking forward to seeing you back in the ring for this fight on June 6th against Satali Ortiz. Franchón DAZN Crews, I really appreciate you joining me, and I'm
thank you.
very excited that I'm going to get to call your fight. I've never had that opportunity before.
I'm honored. I'm honored. My husband is a big fan of you. He won't get on the camera and say it, but I'm very honored. Yeah, legends on legends on legends. So I'm just grateful. Shout out to the zone, Salita, Peter. We're good.
Yeah, it'll be a fun experience. I can't wait. I'll see you at I'll next see you at our fighter meetings when we get to to Turning Stone, and
Yeah.
we look forward to seeing you get back in action.
Yes, sir. See you later. Have a good day.
All right, take care. That was Franchón DAZN Crews, obviously a terrific champion, the super middleweight champion, and she will be defending her crown on June 6th, and that'll be part of what is a very good card that also features Brandon Moore and Stanley Wright, two heavyweights, and Joshua Pagan and some other excellent fighters on the Salita Promotions banner. So we look forward to your next time here in our Big Time Boxing, and we hope you're going to be watching on June 6th on DAZN to see Franchón and all the other great fighters. Take care, everybody.